Hey, I'm Carrie here at Get Your Vibe Right, and this is part 3 of a 3-part series that I'm doing about how we can create genuine friendships as an adult. And if you didn't catch number 1 and number 2, you can go and check those out. I've linked them in the text below. And really, a lot of what we're going to talk about right now comes out of the work that I do. I am an energy practitioner, and I'm particularly interested in feelings, emotions. And so I think when we're creating genuine friendships, the last 2 videos I talked about sort of the mindset that you can go into meeting new people with, some of our just ingrained sort of biological, instinctual behaviors that can prevent us from creating lasting relationships. And now what I want to focus on is sort of what I would almost call like an after action review. Doing a feelings review after you've met someone to see if that's something that if it's a relationship that you really want to cultivate, or if you feel like you did a good job in showing them that you offer value as a friend. So the first one is that after you meet somebody, ask about how they made you feel, right? Did you feel safe and secure in their presence, or did you feel like, ooh, I might have to watch my back with this one? I'm not so sure. Maybe I can't trust this person that much. Obviously, if you think you might have to watch your back or you can't trust that person from an initial meeting, you might be cautious going into trying to cultivate a long-term relationship or friendship there. Then you can ask, did they support me, or did they show genuine interest in what I had to say? Now, you might think, well, what does that mean? Did they support me? Maybe you suggested that the group go do something together. Hey guys, let's watch a movie. And somebody just shot you down. No, man, that's a bad idea. No, we don't want to do that. Or, hey, it's such a great day. Why don't we go out to the park and throw the frisbee? Or whatever it is, whatever it might be. If they didn't support you by, hey, that's a great idea. Yeah, let's do that. Or they completely shot you down. Maybe they didn't say anything, and that's okay. But if they shot you down, probably not somebody who is going to have your back in the future, right? So then, were you able to be your authentic self with that person? I think that we all kind of know that there are times in our lives when we have this sense that we're kind of saying and doing things that maybe we're trying to prove ourselves, or we're trying to get somebody to like us. We're agreeing with things that we wouldn't normally agree to. We're saying things that are maybe just outside our character because we think that's what they want to hear. If you weren't able to be genuinely yourself with that person, or authentically you in their presence, you might want to ask yourself if that really represents a good potential for a long-term friendship. If you're going to be constantly trying to manipulate who you are so that they like you, how long are you going to keep that up? And quite honestly, are you ever going to know if they really like you for you if you can't be yourself around them? So, did you trust them? Would you trust this person? So we get an inner sense of these kinds of things. And then something else you can ask yourself is, any time did they make me feel diminished, or did they criticize me in any way? Now, it's fine for people to have opinions. Sometimes it's fine for us to, kind of joke around with somebody, or maybe make a comment that's funny that is a put down. But if they genuinely put you down to make themselves feel better, probably not somebody you want to be friends with anyway. So those are just some questions you can ask about how did they make me feel? How did I feel in their presence? I think it's also good to ask yourself to evaluate, how did you show up in that interaction? So asking yourself, did I make them feel seen and heard? Do I think I made them feel seen and heard in our interaction? Did I give them my undivided attention? Was I interested in the things that they were interested in? Then did I make them feel special? And not in some contrite way, like, oh, you're so special. But did I recognize them for their uniqueness? Did I see them as an individual? Did I really respond to and get excited by the thing that lit them up that they were talking about? And then, did I make them feel accepted and respected? And of course, you might take a couple of times asking yourself these questions to be able to get a really good reading on that. But if for some reason you're struggling making friends in new interactions, you might want to start doing a little self-evaluation at the end. Maybe there's something about your approach that you can tweak, but you're never gonna know unless you kind of think about it and ask yourself some questions after the fact that can evaluate how you showed up in that interaction. Because oftentimes, at the end of the day, people are responding to us. They're not necessarily reacting or just, acting. They're actually responding to a vibe that we're putting out. So tapping into that after the fact will give you lots of good information for your next interaction. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. Again, this is part 3 of 3 different videos that I've done on creating and cultivating genuine friendships as an adult. And I do want to say again that this is incredibly important to your health and your well-being and potentially even your prosperity. So let me know what your thoughts are below. Does this work for you? Does this ring true? Have you ever asked yourselves these questions before? What do you think the power is in doing a little bit of self-evaluation after meeting new people that can help you in the future to create those friendships that you're craving?